Now, four-time national champion Michael Rimmer, so congratulations, Mike. Do you want to just talk about how you feel and how the race went today?
Yeah, it was I suppose a little bit surprising. I didn't think it got up so quick, but instantly I think Darren obviously went off really quick, and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. Just the way I wanted it, really. I think a bit like a Grand Prix. Having, you know what I mean? Having a pace.
Well, no, like, I think it was 25, then 51.
Yeah,
so like say, it's similar to what you're obviously expecting on the circuit.
So, yeah, just stuck behind him. Just trying to relax, just tell myself. I knew it was quick. At first I thought, oh, I'm not feeling great yet. I thought, you know what, I know that I'm going to be stronger than anyone else. You know what I mean? So just relaxing on the pace. As we were going around the bends, between 4 and 5, I thought this is slowing a little bit, and I thought I might as well just take this on and push it on, because I felt like I was the stronger one. So yeah, just pushing out the back straight. I thought, went through 6, I think it was maybe 118.8 or something like that. I fancied I could run really quick.
Right.
So I went to try and kick on, but it was quite strong around that top bend, the wind, so I just had to ease off. And just save a little bit for the home straight, just in case someone was there. So yeah, pleased overall.
No, yeah, I say, look really impressive. Obviously, looking now ahead to Berlin, sort of thing. Just is it sort of an issue that you perhaps don't have the? I'm pretty sure, obviously, you are going to be picked, but you haven't quite run the A standard yet. Are you confident? Obviously, it's coming as each race progresses.
Yeah, it seems to be. I think it's the fastest time I've ever run the final, so it's pretty impressive considering. Normally it's only 2 rounds. Yeah. That was 3, so do you know what I mean?
No, exactly, yeah, definitely. 3 races back to back.
There's maybe a little bit more there if the weather would have been a bit better, you know what I mean? So pleased. I'm hoping I don't need to go out there and get the ace. And I know Charles Van Comedy, we had a little chat, and it sounds as if he's, it sounds positive.
Okay.
We have said, I'll see you in the training camp, so that's
right. Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, so, fair enough. You're getting weird from the man himself.
Bit weird this year. Normally I've been saying, oh, I want to get to the final, but this year I've had so many setbacks that it's just good to get there. I just want to get there, get in one shape, just have a go.
And do you think that's perhaps benefiting you? Like, say, if you've had a few problems, there's not much pressure,
possibly,
and hopefully,
I think it's took pressure off myself. I think I don't really take much pressure off people on the outside. It's normally me. I put a lot of pressure on myself. So I suppose this year I've just took that off. It's a bonus. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it feels like a bonus. I'm there. And I'm just going to give it a good go, mix it and get up there.
And then in terms of your shape, do you think, obviously, coming around to Berlin, you obviously, 144 your PB, do you think there's definitely room for revision this summer? You definitely, like say, going on as each race comes on?
It seems to be, doesn't it? I've only had really 2 proper races before this championship, so it seems pretty good. I ran 146.3 leading up to this, which is my best start I've ever had, so that was a good indication that I was in the best shape of my life. But I've just been unlucky. I had a virus a week before this.
It's not swine flu, was it?
No, it's not. I know, that's what I thought as well. I raced in Milan, it was shocking. Really, really bad. And I come back, had a blood test and had a virus. So I'm over that now, which is good. So just try and get 3 weeks of good training. I'm going to race in Paris on Friday. Right. Then Crystal Palace, then Monaco, and then I'm going to really race. I just need to get sharp.
Yeah, just get yourself
not enough time to really train much, so I'm just going to go race sharp and just try and knock out 4 races in quite a short time.
Good. Just one thing I want to touch on, obviously, like I say, perhaps on an 8 lane, there's quite a few younger readers out there. I think what's quite impressive about yourself is obviously national titles, under 15, under 17, under 20, and now seniors. What, obviously, like I say, you're a hugely talented guy. I remember seeing you younger running 157 as an under 15. What is it you think's been the key in obviously being able to progress each year and obviously, like I say, still be at the 4 nationally?
Yeah, it was actually 155 under 15.
Okay, sorry. No, I meant the race I saw was 157. Right, okay.
Yeah, it's been. I don't know. I've just never put too much pressure on myself. To be honest, I was very, very lazy as a youngster. Right. So I'm very lucky that I was blessed with a gift. Yeah. Very, very lucky, to be honest. So I've got natural leg speed, and that's a massive bonus to have. Do you know what I mean? And it took a lot of hard work. I stalled quite badly when I was under 20, and a couple of people like Steve Fennell pushed ahead of me, and it was a big shock. But I was only training twice a week, so it just took me. That was a big shock. I just snapped out of it and just started building the mileage up from then on. It's probably no surprise that I've jumped quite a lot over the next the last sort of 3 or 4 years.
So you think that's the key, like say, obviously you've perhaps not done too much too early, and like I say, there's always something to add to, and definitely as you've been growing on.
I think the problem with, you see a lot of these youngsters, they tend to be doing too much. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think, sometimes you see this guy doing a really quick time, and you never know how much training they're doing. So that was the key for me, was to just keep it. I think it helps me stay interested in the sport. Yeah. If I was been training 7 days a week when I was say 15, 16, I'd have been bored of it by now. Really, I'd have been just sick of it. So it was good that I just held myself back. So now I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. It's I'm loving the hard work, which is quite freaky. I expect to enjoy the hard work. So I think that's the key. Just build up slowly. Don't try and jump too quick. Because you'll end up getting injured, and your career is so long. For me, I never end up winning a medal as a junior. In the Europeans or World, or it's like 4th or I come 6th. But who cares? What is youthful junior? It's nothing. It's all about seniors. So just look at the big prize and the seniors is where the big prizes come.
Okay, good. No, good. Thanks for talking to us, Mike. Some great tips there and great advice. So all the best to obviously Paris up and coming, and then hopefully, like I say, Berlin, where we can perhaps see you in the final. Do you think? And obviously in the mix.
Yeah, I think the key is a semi. The heats I should be okay. It's just making sure I recover, get the carbs in, you know, get the ice baths, do everything in my power to recover, and then just run that semi like it's a final. So fingers crossed I get in the final.
Well, all the best for that, then, Mike, and thanks for talking.